get it.
Absolutely fantastic fans here today, Pop Smithy, and actually we've got a relatively full house.
Yeah, two teams that are not necessarily at the Lunatic-Hai levels of popularity, but building. EnVyUs picked up a lot of fans now that they've been here all 3 seasons. While we have a moment of pause, I'll talk a little bit about how X6-Gaming got their win over EnVyUs. Because again, the big factor seemed to be that the D.Va battle was very different. The concept of baiting is not necessarily something we use too often in Overwatch, but it was a lot of feigning engage by X6, having Mickey dive in. You know, you heard Bebe talking about his greed at diving in, turning on Mickey, getting the D.Va advantage, and then running the team fights from there. So that was the big strategy for X6 that EnVyUs didn't seem prepared for. They were a lot more on the ball with that strategy against meta Athena, and that's why with those adjustments, I think EnVyUs comes in marginal favorites. We're talking 60-40. This could still be X6-Gaming's time to shine.
Yeah, and it's not going to be about compositions as well, Papa Smithy, because both teams exactly the same as we are getting into position first up. So far some kill trades, but Mickey's coming out ahead. And you mentioned that eyes are going to be on him as to whether or not EnVyUs are going to be able to come out strongly, and they already have. With 4 dead, has to be the pull away, and the first cap is going to be for EnVyUs.
But you best believe plenty of eyes going to be on the man who was on our screen a moment ago, Effect, the only Korean player on the team of Team EnVyUs. He actually has the highest kill-death discrepancy of any player in Apex. Now, Tracer consistently will be one of the higher numbers, but he's actually 1.5 over second place, and then everyone is kind of around the 5.9 value. So he is 25% better than any other Tracer in the league.
Yeah, playing extraordinarily well, and we've already got Attack Visor available for Timer, but he's not going to be able to use it because Gilly's just going to take him down. Time Boy, no! Oh dear, just dashes his way into the pit. We'll pretend that we didn't see it.
Godsby already opened up with his Tac Visor. We're watching the back end of the fight here. Oko trying to stay strong.
Yep, Godsby is going to fall though, so a lot of the DPS now missing. X6 have only lost him, but that was what started the snowball for EnVyUs the last time around, and the retake has not come in despite X6 picking up a lot of kills. Tamu makes his way back through, pops the Tac Visor, and things are looking pretty good for EnVyUs once again, ticking up to about 60%.
He didn't want any sort of delay, so he invested the Tac Visor knowing that his team still had 3 time delay ultimates. Primal Rage, Transcendence, and also the Self-Destruct available. Timer, the DPS ults may be short, but they have effect, and he usually doesn't even need the Pulse Bomb to make things happen. Speaking of Pulse Bombs.
Yeah, Timeboy just picks his up. Oh, throws it out, finds absolutely nothing.
Transcendence used, though.
Yeah, unfortunate. Transcendence just to get them onto this point. Primal Rage is going to be popped on the side of X6 as well. They're looking to try and get in here. Snowsmite actually grabs 2 kills, and they're key ones as well on the support members. EnVyUs running for the hills now. Could be an opportunity for a retake here for X6, but they do manage to get some kills back. Trobin trying to do his best to deny this, and Mickey just playing defense. Now going to move back onto this point, and it will tick up to the overtime.
And this is only the supports now getting there, so with no support ultimates, superior tracking from Effect and Taimu, just diving in, seems to get so much value, and they just want to close the point here.
Yeah, Godsby is going to come in with Attack Visor. Lots of damage down, no D.Va remaining, and that's a lot of damage. As soon as that defense matrix isn't there, X6 coming in with their Transcendence as well. There's going to be Coco just exiting the battlefield via the well.
He used everything they had to get the 99% capture, so EnVyUs can actually look for a couple of eco pushes here, hang back, try and get the Tac Visor onto Taimu. Chips 50% of the way over to picking up the Zenyatta ultimate, and they soon will have sound barrier, so certainly not all is lost. 99% capture is really the absolute minimum for the side of X6, given how quickly EnVyUs can close the map after a team fight victory, and here is Effect, he's hunting.
Yeah, looking for the Zen, comes in, actually just going to back his way out. Good information gathered though, as the defense matrix is going to be stopping him here from Choyobin.
And barrier already used by EnVyUs, they want it now.
They're trying to get in there, but Effect is going to be taken down. Great Helix Rocket from Godsby, as Timeboy now is going to be completely free to harass that back line. EnVyUs are making their way onto this point slowly, but without effect, they don't want to over-invest too much.
Please do notice that Mickey has been spending a lot of his time using Defense Matrix for purely Chips and Harry Hook. Wanted to allow Chips to get enough ult percentage to get the Transcendence. Then you can start diving because Chips can self-heal by ulting.
Yeah, he can actually engage onto this point as well with it, and he is going to throw it down right now.
Attack Visor as well, popped.
Yeah, he's picked up Bebe already. Taimu, Attack Visor immediately able to track down some of the squishy members. They are going to park themselves on this point. It is going to be flipped over, and that overtime looking to tick down. EnVyUs wanting to make a statement game number one.
Primal Rage is up, so this will buy time, but he actually dies surprisingly fast. Lucio drops on the point. I don't know if anyone can get back in. They're coming in slowly. Will they get there? Transcendence just to get on the point.
Yep, Bebe. Oh no!
Booped into the well.
Harry Hook able to get the work done. It's going to be a self-destruct flying over the wall just in celebration, but it's going to be EnVyUs able to pick up the first round here on Control.
Harry Hook, the hero, right at the end. He talked about, hey, who's Bebe? He wanted to be the superior support player.
That's what happens when you can get your milk and cookies, Papa Smithy.
Displacement is one of the only ways to deal with Transcendence, so booping him down the well, man. He couldn't use the duration of the Transcendence to buy time. Very important interaction. Probably still would have been in the driver's seat, but EnVyUs guarantee that first point on well. Seems like X6 is still smiling. Certainly early days. But EnVyUs, we already mentioned, come in at 0-3 in Season 2 and 3 on Ilios. Want to rewrite that stat and pick up a win here.
Well, already starting off exactly the way you want to. This initial win. See whether we get any mix-ups as far as the compositions are concerned. It looks like it is going to be the Soldier Tracer comps coming out once again.
And I think we should actually talk about that because Godsby, previously, second most played was Genji, around 24% game time. He actually played no Genji, roughly, against the side of Afreeca Freecs Blue as well. Okay, Godsby does pick up Helix Rocket kill onto Taimu, so he wasn't playing any Genji. Arhan, of course, a famous Genji. He didn't want to opt into the Genji battle, so went to Soldier. I wondered, was that respect for Arhan or a new strategy? And not running Genji against the Genji-less EnVyUs lets us know that apparently he's not favoring that pick right now.
Seems to be a strategy as Taimu. He's going to be able to find Time Boy. Helix Rocket into the back of the head is going to sort that one out. Same thing happens to Effect, though, as this Soldier off is certainly getting exciting. Coco jumping out the back end, but lots of kills for EnVyUs as they look to grab themselves some control. The first cap.
And it was a bit of a mistake from the side of X6-Gaming. They got the first kill, as we saw with the Helix Rocket from Godsby onto Taimu. Didn't drop down fast enough. And by the time we saw the 6v6 on the point, it was with the Soldier respawn and run back already from Taimu. Taimu can park himself up top. Effect finds Godsby. Now full control to Team EnVyUs.
Yeah, gets himself some revenge as well. Godsby able to take him down in the last fight, but now this high ground advantage that EnVyUs has. X6 now just looking to try and work out their plan of attack. It's going to be difficult, and it's now up to 25%. They don't have all the time in the world. Time Boy's going to make his way around the side and look to try and harass Taimu off that high ground advantage that he has right now. Effect dancing forward. Godsby very close to that attack visor. Lots of damage, but oh my god, Chips! Just the accuracy on those orbs doing so much work. That's going to be a lot of the damage missing, and now a lot of the members missing on the side of X6. Taimu with the attack visor takes down Choyobin. And Effect helps him out there by getting rid of that mech, and no defense matrix is important. And Effect, oh my goodness!
Some bloodthirsty Zenyatta play going on today.
Zenyatta's are doing some work.
This is X6-Gaming coming in with just their first round of ultimates about to be there. No Smite used his in the previous engagement. Both teams have a lot of ults.
Yeah, exactly. EnVyUs only using that attack visor. We do have the Transcendences both being thrown out on either side. Effect, Pulse Bomb not going to find any joy, and there's the sound barrier. And X6 have already lost Time Boy. Oh, and there's the boop off as well, I believe. It's going to be Coco punching him off the edge with that Primal Rage. And Mickey, he's going to be able to shove one through as well. So nicely played. Everyone now having to exit. It's going to tick up to about 85%. Only one more push really available for X6 to flip this one over.
And the old economy used from EnVyUs on Control has been really cool to trap because they're very often opening with a very early tack visor, not looking to pair it with anything, and then getting the work done with their support ultimates. That's what they had available there, their space control ultimates. So important for Coco to boop off Godsby on the Soldier. Now we're up to 99% already, and this could be a swift 2-0. One last heroic contest from X6.
Well, Mickey is going to lose his mech and his life immediately, so that is important. Gilly's going to get the boop onto Chips, I believe, off the edge.
Yep.
And there's Harry, forced to run away. Now going to have to get off. So the switchover does come in for X6, but it's once again one of these 0 to 99 stories where only one more flip for EnVyUs should be able to do it. And they didn't have a lot of ultimates last time around.
Yeah, last time they had a support ultimate to open early. We saw Chips basically rush in with the Transcendence. This time, they don't have that, so EnVyUs will have to be a bit more conservative, I'd imagine, with the scenario they're in. Bebe did have to use the Transcendence right at the end there, so won't have it available. Chips has his.
And Effect has actually found Timeboy waiting in the wings. A lot of damage coming out here as the Pulse Bomb is going to find Gilly, and this could be the opportunity. Both supports have been taken out. They're missing Coco, but still a lot of the damage. Still the front line there. Trioben's going to get a kill with the self-destruct. Chips, unfortunately, just not fast enough on that little Zenyatta to get himself out of the way. And the flip over should come in for EnVyUs, and they should find the victory on Ilios.
Vector's so good, baiting out the tack visor from Godspeed, popping around the corner and killing him as he came in. Should be the point here. No contest from X6-Gaming, and Team EnVyUs, big cheer from the crowd. Outplayed X6-Gaming on control.
Yeah, switched that one around completely, and that was outplayed from the very beginning as well, Pub Smithy. Both of these were 99% all in a row, one switchover, and then just better use of the ultimates to make their way back in and take that point.
And they were decisive. You could see that the communication that at some points, especially in that match against X6, looked wonky, was right on point in this particular series. You see Taimu's clapping, he's smiling, looking more and more like the cheerful we saw from the crowd. That's his look, then they're going to be a happy team. Let's see where X6-Gaming wants to go, because they probably would have thought they would be confidently the ones that had to wait as EnVyUs chose our second map type, given their struggles on Ilios previously. Attack pause could be called early as well. Team EnVyUs, good ult economy.
And it is going to be that attack pause like you mentioned, Papa Smithy. So X6 looking to try and get themselves back into it. Last time we saw these teams on King's Row, it was a victory for EnVyUs because, of course, they love that map. And we'll see where X6 want to take us for hybrid. What would you recommend for an X6 choice?
Historically, they've been strong on Hollywood. That's kind of been X6-Gaming's best map on the hybrid type, but EnVyUs also 4-2 on Hollywood, one of their favorites. So the one thing I can say is that X6-Gaming has played some Eichenwald, and EnVyUs since Season 1 has not played any Eichenwald in Seasons 2 and 3, so I could actually see a bit of a curveball and go to Eichenwald here as something different, just to take EnVyUs out of somewhere where they're familiar.
Yeah, and of course it went to 5 games last time we saw these two teams, so Hollywood was the victory for X6 that they finished off the night with. And
another reason why I kind of suspect the Eichenwald is that against Afreeca, with basically no history or precedent, they chose Eichenwald when they lost map 1, so that might have been maybe the training wheels to make it happen here. I think avoiding King's Row is going to be pretty simple. I don't think we'll be seeing King's Row here. The Hollywood maybe if they feel like they have that strategy, but something like Eichenwald, on paper to me, without knowing scrim results, seems like a good decision on the side of X6.
Yeah, the thinking would certainly make sense. It was unfortunately a loss for them against Afreeca Freecs Blue, but that is a very different story because, of course, Afreeca Freecs have played the least games here in Apex Season 3 so far because they just keep winning.
They're going for that 22-0 season.
Yeah.
It would be 21, but of course the finals are best of 7, so sad days. They have to play a 4th game finally.
Oh.
How awesome would it be if your first forced 4th game was the minimum amount of games in the final?
Yep.
They're like, what is this escort map type? We have not seen this before.
We have not. Our only weakness, how did you know?
The 4-1 victory feels bad, man.
Yeah, it feels so bad, man.
You can see EnVyUs on your screen as well. Taimu leading the troops. The confidence pre-match seeming more and more resounding. But remember, it was X6-Gaming backs against the wall, turning things around on Dorado. So they have been in losing spots before.
Yep.
Hand fan there. It is very hot here in Seoul, South Korea.
Yeah. Oh, today was exceptionally hot, Papa Smith. Is today one of those days where you can say, yeah, this is about as bad as it gets, or is it going to get worse still?
That's why I love having you here. You know, it's your first year in Korea, and you're just always like, man, it's hot, and I'm like, oh boy. In a month's time, Atlas, that's when we have to, you know, I don't know when Apex Season 4 starts, but I imagine opening day, if we're there, we can talk about the temperature, because it's going to be super hot.
Oh, God. Well, this matchup also starting to become pretty super hot as well, Papa Smithy, as we're desperately waiting for X6 to make up their mind.
Adjustments from Mickey were on point effect this time. Once again being a superstar. That last play again, darting out drawing the tack visor and then getting Soldier as he walked around the corner. Just beautiful stuff from the side of the Star Tracer player on EnVyUs.
He also just knew where Timeboy was going to be all the time.
My favorite interaction with Taimu was he was like, man, I don't know why, but this season we do so well on control. And I'm like, yeah, because you have a Tracer player, Taimu. Tracer is the god of that map type for certain. Waiting to see what the decision is here for the choice. Again, Iconvolt was where my mind went, but let's see where X6-Gaming's brain trust takes us.
Yep, I would also respect the Hollywood choice as well. Just given the history in this particular matchup of these two teams. X6 understanding that they have been able to take that victory before after a very, very grueling day of Overwatch for the team.
This might be the opposite of a grueling day. X6 needs to start the comeback now because it's only one match, so all the fans have come out to see EnVyUs. May not get to see too much Overwatch tonight. This is where you make your stand, I feel. It's too early for it to be a 2-0 advantage to EnVyUs. So finally, we will get that information about where we're going. Will it be that Iconvolt? It will not. Numbani.
It's been a while since we've been to Numbani, Papa Smithy.
Not a map type that EnVyUs played too much of, but they played it recently. They chose Numbani against meta Athena, so choosing it here to me seems counterproductive. But we've seen X6-Gaming, when they have a pre-planned strategy, they can really pull it off. So I'm hoping we get some Junkrats, we get something crazy, even on attack. Because they're going to Numbani despite EnVyUs playing it on stage just a couple of days ago.
Well, it means that they've had opportunities to do their research as well. X6, known for having pre-planned attacks on most of the teams that they've been against.
Their first team in Korea to run the Sombra Reaper in Apex. Again, the first team to run the attack. Junkrat, what's next, Atlas?
I don't know. We'll find out as we hop over to Numbani. Well, EnVyUs fans still most certainly very, very vocal as we move into our first hybrid of the day. It's going to be Numbani, which, yes, you guys were commentating that earlier on, but I haven't casted a Numbani for quite some time.
Well, you may get to cast a hero choice that might surprise you, because it was Mickey's Torbjorn that drew a lot of criticism on Sanctum in that series earlier this week, where he stuck on that pick too long, but nope, he's going to not play with our hearts and just jump onto his favorite diva. Taimu has, like Rascal, become a DPS player who's willing to flex onto the Sombra. I know for me, that's always what I find it most exciting, seeing the DPS players kind of take one for the team, have the hacked health packs, but also tracking can be beautiful, Atlas.
Oh, it certainly can be. And speaking of beautiful tracking, Harry Hook has moved over to the Soldier again as well. So this triple DPS composition that we see EnVyUs run quite a lot is going to be coming out again. Chips on the Ana as well. More of that long-range support.
Godspeed has been on Soldier duty, and Timeboy has been almost 100% game time on the Tracer, you'll remember. This might actually be a Tracerless attack coming through from X6-Gaming, and Godspeed, who did not opt into the Genji battle against Arhan, played no Genji in that series, will be opening with Genji on attack. So it seems like X6, they've got something new for EnVyUs.
Yeah, excited to see what Godspeed can actually get done here as well. Already about 20% on that Dragon Blade, and lots of damage actually being traded, but it's super far forward here from EnVyUs.
And they don't have that much dive. They don't even have Tracer. Soldier's always going to take a step back, so contesting the Soldier, well, maybe they don't need to contest him. What is it with these Zenyatas today?
It's the beautiful tracking of the orbs, Papa Smithy. That's what it is.
I can't complain. Whenever I see those interactions, they are a thing of beauty. So
they are.
You can get your stock phrase in there, Atlas.
Boom. I promise I'll stop.
Well, Choyo lost his mech, so now has to kind of poke around frustratingly.
Yeah, he's going to find it again, though, so Defense Matrix back online.
But if you think about it, with the short run back, that did allow Harry Hook to get in position, so did negate a lot of the 6v5 pressure they had. Taimu at 90% already, of those taken out.
Yeah, Timeboy's going to come in round the back, get rid of him. Still flanking, even though he's playing the Soldier, so it's good to see. Choyobin now just causing a ruckus, and it is going to be Coco falling down. Mickey as well, and this looks like it should be the take. Self-destruct, not going to be able to find anything.
Does get back in his mech, so can go back and buy time, but falling very low.
Yeah, and Effect has actually been able to pick up Timeboy in the meantime as well, so does mean that X6 do have to back away, and that's 4 ultimates now available for EnVyUs on this defense.
X6 has been really peculiar. Okay, EnVyUs has been setting up defensive positions in multiple spots, but so much of these fights have been a pick for X6 and then fighting in the open rather than coming towards the point, that they can never actually dive fully with Soldier, Genji, and the Zenyatta, or the Winston, I guess, for the dive side of things, that because they can't dive fully, a defender is always lasting us. Okay, finally going to see the ultimate here from Godsby.
Yep, Dragonblade not actually going to be able to find too much just yet.
He's too low.
Exactly, so he was able to take down the mech, but Effect is going to get rid of No Smite as well, so it's even, and Timer is going to be able to get rid of Choyobin's mech as well, and that's going to open the floodgates. So much damage here from EnVyUs. Everyone's still up. Choyobin's going to die after being played with for a little while, and EnVyUs looking so much control here on this defense.
So I like the curveball from X6. It's not a full dive comp like I was trying to say, but because they haven't been able to contest the high ground, the moment they saw Harry Hook was actually going to be on the Soldier, and the investment into the Sombra, they needed to do something different. It feels like, okay, now they have 5 ultimates, so they can go and just treat the first couple of pushes as eco pushes, but Godsby used his Dragon Blade. They need to make it happen now. The brute force push is right now.
Yeah, they're going to go in with that sound barrier. Timeboy doing a decent amount of damage at the beginning. Chips is going to fall down immediately, so not a lot of support available, but yeah, it is going to be Timeboy losing his life, and No Smite is going to be able to get rid of Mickey. Okay, Effect being able to get some work done in the background, and Choyobin is demeched. He should actually fall from this as well if Effect does turn around, try and take him down.
Yeah, the DPS duo has been so smart.
Oh, Choyobin! He was being toyed with and actually just managed to kill Timu. Nice one. You do have to respect that little handgun.
Battle Diva Pilot doing some work.
Yeah.
So the early take on Chips, so doesn't have a lot of percentage on the Ana. Oko just doing some battling. They're opening with Transcendence. Still really the last chance for X6.
Yeah, not a whole lot of other options as well, because that last push was where they were putting a lot of their eggs in, and it's going to be Harry Hook with that tack visor, able to take down Gilly. Bebe's gone as well, so no supports available for X6, and Harry Hook now going to get nanoed up. Self-destruct, not going to be able to do anything at all, and Nano's just helping the cleanup here for EnVyUs. 13 seconds to go. It's looking like a full hold here on the first point for Numbani.
He's been off screen most of the time, Atlas, but another star-making performance from Effect. He and Taimu cleaning up, hacking targets, taking them out. They stream onto the point, but this is all they've got, and EMP is ready to go.
Yep, that's going to get rid of any of the barriers, any of the problems that EnVyUs do have to deal with. Timeboy so incredibly low, he's going to fall. Taimu just going to jump up to this high ground. Dragonblade, we'll see whether it can get anything done, but no, instantly dead, as Harry Hook's just going to be able to pick off the Genji. Godsby not exactly having his favorite performance on the Genji today. And on defense, they're going to have to put in some massive work, because this overtime's going to tick down, and EnVyUs, I don't know what they had for breakfast today, Papa Smithy, but it must have been good.
A full hold on the map that was chosen by X6. So that's going to be definitely a huge dagger to the heart of X6-Gaming. It felt like they kind of baited themselves, because again, after the opening salvo where they realized, okay, our comp doesn't really work against what EnVyUs had opened with, they just went for a second time, and by then they had some ultimates, so they were priced in to go for a third attack, and then the time bank was gone. EnVyUs pulling back. They knew tack visor would be available because no ults have been used by X6, so everyone pulls back. They're not on point A contesting. The tack visor gets almost no value. The Soldier taken out again. Feels like it's been one pick from the tack visor into death for Godsby on both map types. And just predictably, X6-Gaming get very little work done, and now pretty damn simple attack. They don't even need to capture the point, Atlas. They just need 49%.
49%. Not even needing to go halfway to capping that point, Papa Smithy.
But certainly halfway to winning this series.
It is.
If they can get there.
You could almost say 66% of the way if they manage to take this one down.
Your maths has improved.
Yeah, I know. I was actually doing some preparation in my spare time. Just
breaking out that year 4 homework.
Yeah, learning percentages now. I'm going to be on fractions next. You just wait. I'll be coming for you.
First, you learn Soldier's Ultimate. Second, you learn percentages. What won't you do for this Apex broadcast, Atlas?
I don't know, Papa Smithy. The things I do, it's almost limitless. Okay. Choyobin's going to switch his way back. It is going to be a Torbjorn, though, here by Gilly by the looks of things, so I'm excited. See whether it's going to work. Not the Sombra that EnVyUs did opt in for, and they're going to go for the triple tank. EnVyUs do like this on Assault and, of course, Hybrid. Timer will see what he's going to be able to get done with the big Junkrat. Oh, sorry, not Junkrat, Roadhog.
Okay, you got your Aussies wrong.
Another Australian.
Looking for an opening pick now. They have that information that there will be a Torbjorn, as the advanced turret only gives information rather than percentage to Gilly. So with the Roadhog, they're going to be definitely looking to come in as a team and look for a pick. They've taken very defensive, a very roundabout route, but they take out the turret, they stream in. You want to stay as a team and get the first pick. There's no Reinhardt's on defense on this map anymore. Is they going to contest the high ground with the movement speed, but scout it again with the turret.
Yep. Now going to be able to get this high ground and jump down to the point with these big beefy members as well, so that could be dangerous here for X6 because it's tough to remove the old Roadhog. There's another turret is going to get immediately taken down. Good sleep at time, immediately woken up once again. Bebe can't quite get it done. Decent kills coming in now for X6 though, as this first assault is going to be staved off by the looks. And that turret desperately wants to go down.
Yeah, a lot of percentage for Gilly, and yep, speaking of going down, goodbye Mickey. You are done in this particular regard. One of the good things about leading with a Roadhog is that when you have Ana, Chips' favorite of course, you get nano boost so fast, just healing up the 600 HP Roadhog. But equally fast will be the Molten Core, and that's kind of the quandary that EnVyUs is facing. Basically, when they push in, their first piece of action needs to be getting rid of that turret, then they can potentially win a fight.
Well, Effect is going to get himself out of that sticky situation, 1 versus 2.
They drop down.
Yeah, Hook. Not going to find too much joy here from Taimu.
Nano Boost used.
Yeah, Nano Boost is going to come in. It's going to be Effect. Pulse Bomb is going to be able to find Chips here from Time Boy, but Effect still has that Nano, just hasn't quite been able to get any of the kills from it.
Unsure if that was a sightline sing there for EnVyUs. Usually it's the Winston that will draw that ultimate. Effect is just going to cheat around the side, build up a post bomb again, but another good defense from X6-Gaming.
Yeah, looking very impressive actually. Remember, it only needs to be about halfway towards capping that EnVyUs has to get, and they've only got 2 minutes to go. And
one of the theories of why you would go Roadhog on this particular situation is when you only need to get 50%, they're willing to drop down, as we've seen. Drop down, you get to buy space with the self-destruct and also the whole hog, and potentially just brute force your way to 50%.
Well, that whole hog is going to be ready relatively soon as Molten Core does come in, so Gilly investing a big ultimate.
They get Bebe, okay, so 6v5.
And Taimu taking a lot of damage though. The melee Torbjorn was getting some work done. Oh, he's going to be taken out though, and here is the string of kills that we've been looking for from EnVyUs. They find the ultimates. They're going to take down X6, looking to try and tick this one up now.
They got it. They got it for sure, Atlas.
Yep, it's looking all too easy. Now they're just chasing down more kills. Mickey's going to go to sleep in celebration, and that is going to be the victory on Hybrid.
The first 2 pushes didn't look clean, but it was the strategy from EnVyUs that was a winning one. When you don't even have to get a full capture, drop down for a 3rd time. This time whole hog, this time sound barrier, this time the self-destruct. And guess what? When you duck in behind a piece of terrain to avoid one of those ultimates, the percentage is only ticking up for the side.